Well, hello there. Welcome back to the podcast. This is the place where we talk about, how do we put it? The stuff, the ish that other car owners do not tell you when you're shopping for a car. And I think that's very interesting. I think I mentioned before, it's like when you're like wanting to have a baby and other mothers don't tell you, you should probably find something else to wish for. And then you don't, and you have this baby, and you're kind of like, I would really like to take a shower. I mean, just sometime today, just a shower, right? So, car buying is kind of like the same thing. We don't talk about it enough. We don't talk about the hurdles that we go through, right? We don't talk about the fact that it is an expensive asset, but you don't have to lose your shorts when you're buying your car, right? So, this podcast is sponsored by Car Envy and the Car Strategist. And today we're just kind of going to chill out. So get your favorite glass of wine, a cup of hot tea or hot coffee, and just hang with us for a few minutes. We're going to enjoy this. So I have a friend that always says stuff like cash is king. Cash is king. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if I hear that one more time, I haven't choked him yet, but I'm just telling you, if I hear that one time. And he's right. Cash is king, especially when you're buying a car. When you're buying a car, you can walk in and say, Mr. Dealer, I got $20,000. I'm putting my money down on this car. And I guarantee you, you get a whole different reaction versus when you walk in and you have no idea what you're doing there. It's a disaster waiting to happen, right? See it every single day. So I'm going to start off by telling you about down payment. A down payment is an amount that you put towards the vehicle, right? When you're buying it, most cases, if you're financing it, you're going to put cash down, or you have the option of paying cash for the vehicle. Cash becomes king because money talks, right? So what it does, it enables you or gives you this leverage to be able to say, I want that car, I want at that price. And there are certain instances where it's, I don't want to think or say it's kind of like a swap meet or it's kind of like, when you're bargaining, but it literally becomes a bargaining tool for you. So that's a down payment. A down payment's one of those things that other car buyers or car owners don't tell you about because they may not have been told about it. They may not know about it, but later find out the importance of having a down payment to put down on a car. So the goal of us talking is so that you can do the following. You can buy the car at the price you want to buy it for, in the timeline that you want to buy it, and to fit the lifestyle that you have. So those are the reasons why we talk about the ish that other car owners don't tell you about when you're car shopping. It's amazing. They'll tell you about everything but that, right? They want to tell you stuff like, oh, you should get 20-inch rims, or, don't forget to, get a truck, or the stuff that they want to tell you about. The good stuff, the important stuff, for some reason, we don't talk about. So we're going back to down payments. A down payment is necessary if you have the available funds, right? Which is why it's important to create a timeline when you're thinking about buying a car. A down payment has three major impacts. One, if you have shaky credit, all of a sudden when you walk in with cash, right, the finance person will try to figure out a way to put your deal together because cash is king. The second way that it helps is it helps you to build equity in the car you're buying. So all of a sudden you're showing, I'm invested in this car, and showing your level of investment in this car makes it a whole lot easier to sell it to you. Makes it a whole lot easier for the bank, in most instances or certain instances, for the bank to say, okay, we want to approve you, right? Because you're coming in with a level of investment. And so they're willing to meet you the other part of the way. When you have down payment, money, let's say you're buying a car for $20,000. Let's say you have $2,000 to pay down. All of a sudden, you're paying $18,000 for this car. The amount that you're borrowing gets lowered by the $2,000 that you put down. So you're not borrowing as much money, number one. Number two, you're not paying as much interest because you said, Mr. Car Dealer, I'm investing in this car by paying $2,000 down. Down payment, something we don't talk about, but something that's very important because at the end of the day, cash is king. If you found this podcast helpful, please share it with a friend that's thinking about buying a car. In the meantime, I'll see you next time. Please share or subscribe. Thank you.